episode of Let's Build Stuff. This is me playing with some of the blueprints in the game. I eventually changed everything to do my own thing, but it was a lot of fun just to play with it and get the walls up. This was the original house for Fred Smith. If you've been following along, you've already seen his final house. This was the original one, but I was dealing with a lot of game crashes at the time, so I ended up losing this house. So I do not have this house anymore, but I might rebuild it just because I absolutely love that bedroom. This house is kind of a loft, or it's not kind of a loft, it is a loft. The upstairs takes up half of the upstairs, and it's just the bedroom overlooking the living room. I absolutely love how the bedroom turned out. You'll see it shortly. Right now we're in the kitchen. I wanted to stay with like the old log cabin, lake house type of feel. So there's a ton of wood in this house. And it's kind of traditional looking. That refrigerator, I was going through a lot of refrigerators trying to find the right one that kind of worked. That one has some wood paneling on it, so I thought it would fit in pretty well. I guess I could use any refrigerator and just change it to a wood pattern, but I'm still learning. Added some windows. I changed the windows to wood later. I don't like the red. The red is default. So now I'm just adding a bunch of trinkets and appliances and whatnot, little things in the kitchen, just to make it fuller and more lived in looking. I like the old traditional milk jug? I don't know. Water jug thing that's on the island there. And some cookbooks, some utensils. There's a bread box. I get rid of the bread box because it's too big and just doesn't work. And looking for some wall hangings. Took me a while to do the kitchen just to figure out placement for everything. There's a cool little chicken wire china hutch that I think I keep in there. I'm not entirely sure. The trees in the foreground there are actually like a wall decor. It's kind of cool, but it just didn't work for this. And now I'm just putting everything in, adjusting all the walls, and that milk jug I have right there, or the watering can or whatever, took me forever to figure out where to put it. I think it ends up above the refrigerator. It's kind of built into the refrigerator, but it looks like it's sitting on top. There's a little chicken coop for the backyard that we'll see later. And I am not done with the kitchen, but I'm starting on the dining room. I like that. I love that table. It looks like a big chunk of wood that someone just sheared off a tree and put on a table. And I thought that was really good for Fred, because if you watch my last video, he's very like a manly man, and he kind of makes his own things, his own furniture as much as he can. In the corners there's some potted pine trees that I thought were absolutely perfect for this house, so I kind of use them everywhere. They're just really cute. Oh, and there's a dream catcher in the background there. You can barely see it in that box. Dream catcher's cool. I haven't yet to figure out where I can really use that in any of my houses, so I think it gets deleted from this one. Oh, and there's some corn for the backyard, for the garden, later on. Right now I'm just putting things everywhere, and once I get things going, then I start placing stuff where it should be. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm kind of sporadic when I make my houses. I don't go room by room by room generally. I have really bad ADD, so I start on a room and then I find something for another room, so I end up working on that room, and I just keep going around and around and around. So my house builds are random. I like the front door. I wish the glass in the front door was clear. Then I would absolutely love that door, but it works for what it is, I guess. There I made all the windows wood, so everything matches. I think it's the same wood pattern as the house, so it all kind of blends in. And yep, recoloring everything, making the stairs the same wood. Like I said, there is wood everywhere, and all the wood is pretty much the same, so it all matches and blends in together. And now I'm putting some living room furniture in. So I'm not completely done with the kitchen and dining room, and I'm putting in living room furniture. And this is actually looking really cute. I love that little setup with the chair and the couch, the sofa, and the fireplace. Fred does not like technology. He's not big on technology, so there's not really much of it in this house. No TV, no games, that kind of thing. He is very much one with nature. I'm trying to find the right rug. I'm very limited on the rugs, so I kind of make my own, which looks really good. And I'm lining the back wall with bookshelves there, or I will be. I found the antlers, thought those were perfect. Yeah, make like a kind of a center with bookshelves and the fish tank in the middle with the painting above it. Kind of makes everything look all built in. It was a nice touch. And the overhead lights are wagon wheels that have lights on them. Just thought that looked good. Now I'm putting some of the bedroom stuff in. I cut off the corners of the bedroom, but I leave the outside, so there's this blank space. But the finished product for the bedroom is freaking gorgeous. I love this bedroom. Yes, there's some wasted space with those slanted walls, but it all works and looks fantastic in the end. That is an oriental painting, but it worked well above the bed. But yeah, I love this loft. This house just turned out perfect. I really wish I didn't lose it. Like I said, I might rebuild it just because I really do love this house. And if I do rebuild it, it'll be with all EPs and store content. So I'll try and put it up for download. I don't know how to do that exactly, but if I can figure it out, I'll set it up for download so you guys can download it and use it yourselves. I have all the expansion packs and I think all the store content, so you might need all of that, because I have no idea what expansion packs and store content are in this house. I think it's all game content, mostly, but like I said, I'm not entirely sure. I'm still working getting the old mill set, because I love the fireplace in that set, and that's pretty much all I've used from this set so far. So I think the bedroom will be the first bedroom that's done, or the first room that's done. Because I spent the most time on the bedroom. And it's not that crazy, it's just I love that bedroom. Okay, I'll shut up. I'll stop talking about the bedroom. Now we're back downstairs putting some lights in, taking out the substitute lighting. There is the bathroom. Since Fred lives alone, I gave him one bathroom because he really doesn't need to worry about guests and all that, because he pretty much keeps to himself. I do put a washer in the bathroom, and the dryer, I put a clothesline out back. So at least he has a washer. And I didn't know where else to put it because I don't give him a garage. So the only place really I could put the washer is in the bathroom, which it works. I've lived in many places that have the washer and dryer in the bathroom. It's nothing unusual. So now, what am I doing? Decorating the bathroom. I never take notes. I wonder if I should take notes on what I do in the order that I do them. because when I go back to do these videos, I do the audio for the videos several days after I do the recording of the video. So oftentimes I forget what I was doing, and that is why I'm sitting here going, what am I doing? So I put above the washer a shelf with some laundry soap and accoutrements. There's the laundry soap and stuff. And now I find a shelf. It took me forever to find a shelf, and I later realized that there is a shelf category. So I kind of felt like an idiot. I gave him some potted. See, that's what I do. I go through decor, and I'm looking for a shelf. And as I'm looking for a shelf, I find other things, and I'm like, ooh, that would look cute there. So I end up piling a bunch of crap in the side of the house, and then I move it all around to where it should go later. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's good because then I don't have to look through 100 times looking for stuff. Because if you're like me and you play The Sims, then you know the decor and some of the content takes forever to load. So I found that it's easier just pulling out everything I want at once instead of having to sit there and wait for the stuff to load. There's some cows. This is not a very big backyard, and I really fill it up. So maybe I am done with the kitchen and dining room. Or I just forgot about it. So, we are in the backyard. I put that tree there, and I found this birdhouse, so it took me forever to get the placement of the birdhouse to look like it's on the tree. But I thought it would be a lot better than having the birdhouse on the house. It makes it more realistic, I guess. Excuse me. And I was trying to get a fence around the chicken coop. I find a good, like, rustic looking fence, that one. And it wasn't until I was working on Fred's final house that I figured out what gate goes with that fence. So in here, I just don't have a gate. But it still works. So now we're doing some terrain painting, make it look a little more rustic. Here's the garden. I use a bunch of the plants in there. I think I use like one of each, and like one of each tree, I think. And I don't know what set that garden center comes with, but it has built-in sprinklers. And there I'm putting sprinklers for the trees and the corn. I don't know if the corn is actually functional, but I found it and it looked good. I don't even know where the corn came from. I just found it in my decor. So I don't think it's functional corn. I know the game has like a corn set or a corn plant. This front room was a pain in the butt. I had no idea what to put there, so I just put some work things for Fred. Because, like I said, he's not big on visitors, so he does what he wants to do. So there's a nice little workbench for him to tinker with, and a little sitting area over here with some more bookshelves. There we go. So the front of the house really doesn't have too much. Oh, there's that tree decor. I did use it. And it actually looks good in that little seating area. There's some bookshelves. So it looks like I do keep the Dreamcatcher. And I think we're about done with the inside. And we're going to work on the outside. Yep, there we go. And I saw this little stone idea. A lot of people do the stone pathway. The stone... I don't know what to call it. The stone wall. A lot of people do that. And after I added it, I stole their idea, I guess. After I added it, I thought it looked fantastic, so I'm going to use that a lot more. Because it puts a nice edge between that walkway and the grass. And if you don't have something there, it just kind of looks weird. And here's the pots. In that little bend next to the pathway, I put a fountain. I was trying to put like a waterfall, but I couldn't get the waterfall to do what I wanted it to do. So I put like a water pump type fountain there after I remove all those. Adding some bushes and some plants, just decorate it a little bit, give it a more realistic look. I moved the trash can up by the front door, or I did, I thought, apparently not. And we're making it very lush. I always use a ton of plants in my houses just because, I don't know, I just like lushness, if you will. There's a giant watermelon. Did you like that? The bear was cool. I thought the bear would be cute in the front of his house. Like, it's a wood carved bear, so I just thought maybe Fred found this chunk of wood and carved a bear. See, I was trying to get that waterfall to go down on the ground, and it just wouldn't. I even tried putting in a pond to try and get it to go next to that, and I just could not get that friggin' waterfall to go at ground level. It just wanted to float. So we're about done, so I want to wrap this up now. I end up putting a water pump fountain there, and that's about it. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more of my videos, because they're random. And I'll have the Johnson's house up soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!